So we are going to start our YouTube video with Wyatt.
Well, hello there. How are you doing?
He said hello to y'all. All right, you ready in there? All right. Hello, Austin, Texas. You're listening to the Home Team with Troy and Wyatt, where we bring sports and money together for your education and entertainment. If you have any questions about anything we say today, please reach out to me at loansfromtroy.com or give me a call at 855-299-HOME. And as always, this segment is brought to you by Security National Mortgage, where we turn houses into homes by financing your American dream.
That's right.
Typically, that's Wyatt's cue with a your, but
I was over here researching. I apologize. I got into this.
Housing industry's been tough.
It has been. It has.
We're coming out of it. People are tired.
Well, the thing is we'll talk about that in a little bit. It's picking up.
Oh my gosh, it is. But it's funny is that I kind of feel like a negotiator for the Dallas Cowboys right now. Like it's just been a horrific period of time, and I'm still having to pay top dollar for all of these people that aren't worth all these homes right now, even though no one else is buying it, but the house I want is going off the market. Is there's multiple offers on it?
Is there multiple offers
on it? I'm just saying, that's what I feel like.
Yeah, right.
I feel like the guy that negotiates the contracts for the Cowboys, because
you throw a lot of money at something and it never works.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, it's like that's the house. Look, it's not the perfect house. It's a nice little DAC house, and so I'm gonna go ahead and keep that house because maybe I can make the yard pretty,
Right,
and things like that, and to make that house livable and nice and something that I can work with. But no, all of a sudden, somebody comes and buys the Daniel Jones house right next to me and pays more money than I paid for my DAC house.
Yeah, right.
So I'm just like,
it's a fad now, right?
Yeah.
I think these negotiators, these lawyers are winning, and they've got a foothold. But I think it's going to have to change because I think Zeke finally realized his worth because he knew he was about to get booted if he didn't say, hey, you know what, guys. Y'all can reduce my pay a little bit. I kind of want to stay with y'all because he knows he was going to go somewhere else, probably get paid less than what the Cowboys are going to pay him, even with a reduced salary. I'm hoping Dak gets this picture. Like, get it. Like, hey.
But does he? I mean, let's think about it.
It's not happening.
They just paid the New York Giants, who are 1-5. That means 1 win, 5 losses in the last 3 years against the Cowboys.
Sure.
They just paid their quarterback, who, in my opinion, is not very good. They just paid him the same money that Dak got. And at least as bad as Dak has been in general, in my opinion, just my opinion, he has won 1 playoff game out of 3. He's right. Mm-hmm. So I mean, at least he's been in the playoffs.
Right.
I mean, this guy can't even get a winning record.
Well, they're paying him Super Bowl money. Right off the bat with not even winning a Super Bowl. That's Super Bowl money. Like if you're quarterback is going up for, his contract's up, and he just came off of a Super Bowl win. That's what you pay him, right?
Whereas I know where you're thinking because you and I, even though I have a lot more gray in my beard than you do, we're both olds, right?
Yeah.
And $40 million a year.
Yeah, you speak for yourself there.
You're old. Sorry. $40 million a year is not Super Bowl money.
What's that?
It's not Super Bowl money.
$40
million a year is not, for a quarterback, is not Super Bowl money.
Okay.
Right?
Well, that's changed in
$50 million is Super Bowl money.
Well, that's changed in 2 years.
$50 million is Super Bowl.
Well, because of these new deals.
Patrick Mahomes makes $50 million a year.
Right.
He's a 2-time winning Super Bowl quarterback of the new generation.
Okay.
That's Super Bowl winning
Dak's
money.
going to the Super Bowl and losing money. I mean, he hasn't won, what?
Okay, so, and whereas, look, you know me, I am not a Dak defender at all.
It sounds like you are right
I'm
now.
not.
It
but,
sounds like you're on the Dak train.
But
that's okay.
I have to be a realist in this situation. They just paid Daniel Jones, who's never made the playoffs. I don't even think he's had a winning season. They just paid him $40 million a year. The little bitty munchkin in Arizona, the Aggie Sooner Arizona kid.
Changed the precedent doesn't mean that it's right.
He didn't. Who's the highest paid quarterback in the NFL?
It's no, I don't know.
Kyler Murray.
That's right.
And he's never been. I mean, look, Kyler Murray. He can't even finish a season.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that you and I we're attaching a concept of $40 million as being that $40 million is average.
So you're saying $40 million is not average.
It is in the NFL now. I don't think so.
You're saying that
I'm saying that the numbers have changed.
The average quarterback makes $40 million.
I'm saying every quarterback that renews as a starting quarterback will make $40 million or more. If they're going to pay Daniel Jones $40 million,
that's the new norm then.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
So
you're saying it's the new norm.
I think that I think inflation has happened.
Dak started that process with argument.
Kyler Murray signed before Dak.
That's true.
And he's terrible. Yeah. I mean, he's not a good NFL quarterback.
He was showing some promise at the time.
Yeah, and then he got hit, and we knew that. And being at 5'9" and slim build, he's not going to survive in the NFL.
I've always said this: as a human, I'm hey, go get your money. Like go. I'm happy. That's exciting. You get that money. As a sports fan, as soon as they get paid, the effort's gone.
What about Lamar Jackson? He is on a unrestricted.
That's a crazy deal.
Franchise tag, which means they'll pay him $32 million, but he gets to go around and research trades and contracts with other teams. He has no agent.
Wow.
He has no agent, so he's doing this himself. So right off the bat,
is that dumb or smart? What's your opinion?
Right off the bat, as an owner, your quarterback is not fully invested in the game preparations for next season. Because he's negotiating his own contract. Right. I don't like it because it's very personal at this point. By putting an agent in there, it becomes very logical and very.
And you have someone to blame one.
It's money based. It's logic based.
He's looking out for your best interest, and he's coming back to you and reporting what your options are versus. You thinking about it.
It's very personal.
Takes your eye off the ball.
Yeah, it's very personal though, but it's very personal. I mean, because when somebody said, because when you're like, hey, I want $45 million, and that owner looks at you and says, you're not worth $45 million. Now all of a sudden you don't want to play for this guy when he's just negotiating. You may be worth $45 million. He's trying to get you to 42. It's a negotiation. So you and I understand business.
But now that $45 million, how much is the lawyer getting? The agent getting, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand. On the human side, is he making 30%?
Ricky Williams negotiated his own contract.
Well, that was a horrible. No, he did not. He did not.
Did he or something? I don't remember. But I'm just saying that that was
a horrible.
If you're going to the hospital to have surgery, do you bring up the YouTube video and the scalpel kit, or do you go in and you say, I want to know who's the best doctor in this building, right?
You're right.
And so that's the same thing. You're negotiating a multi-million-dollar contract, and that's not your skill set. Your skill set is a quarterback. I don't like the idea personally. I mean, I'm not saying he can or can't do it.
Certain people could. Not everyone can. I don't find Lamar Jackson being that guy that could.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think. And it's and you're not saying anything against the University of Louisville. Just kidding out there, y'all, Louisville Cardinals. Now, if he was from Harvard, I mean, I could say negotiate your own contract, but Louisville, come on.
It's a new time. I mean,
I'm just kidding.
You think about the days when football was, like back when we were younger, and they'd break a leg and tape it, duct tape it back up, and then go down the field. They were making not as much money as this. I mean, it wasn't as popular. I mean, they made good money. Yeah. But they didn't make this.
And there was no post. Right. There was no post money. Right. Once they retired, they were done. Right. Over the years, it's become a better and better.
All these endorsements weren't there.
Yeah, I just don't think this is a good idea because it's first of all,
it changes everything. Yeah.
The question is, all the great quarterbacks out there, how many of them negotiated their own contract? None.
So that old saying, money is the root of all evil.
Yes, it is.
It kind of starts breaking things apart when you start getting hungry like that.
And like I said, if somebody looks at you and says you're not worth that money to me, it becomes personal. And now you don't want to play for the guy. Right. And that's not what I want out of my quarterback. I think it taints the relationship. Hey, you've been listening to the Home Team with Troy and Wyatt. We hope you've enjoyed what you've heard so far. Please reach out to me at loansfromtroy.com, or you can give me a call at 855-299-HOME. And as always, this segment is brought to you by Security National Mortgage, where we turn houses into homes by financing your American dream. We will see you in just a minute.